Hello, and thank you for tuning in for today's episode of From the Desk of Precious Swain. Today we have on Stacy. Stacy is a wellness coach. As you could tell by the glow of her skin, she takes her health seriously, and we're going to talk to her about clean dieting and detox today. Hello, Stacy. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, pleasure to be here. Yes, I would love to.
Mhm,
Well, I was born in Russia, and ever since I was a little girl, my parents always taught about eating from the land, basically. So it's
mhm,
organic. It's all woods and wild, and my grandma used to cook dandelions and basically like a grass weed. She would come up with the crazy recipes, and it all tasted delicious. Back then, of course, I didn't really think about the nutrition part of it,
mm.
but everything was organic and from the land.
Wow.
So um, by the age 13, we moved to Israel. And Israel is great in terms of food nutrition wise, and the produce is all fresh and organic, which is a new term. Back in the days in 1995, the organic was not so much popular, but the
Mhm.
food did taste differently. When we came to United States, the the food just tastes blah. You go to the regular store, grocery store, and the food does not have any taste. Nevertheless, it lasts for a long time. Like the shelf life is just incredible.
Oh, wow.
So, this concept of eating clean and eating organic is all been ingrained with me. However, living in the United States, it become a challenge. It became a challenge because not everywhere you can find the good organic. Even if it says it's organic, it
Mhm.
still does not guarantee that it's going to be organic food.
Okay. So it's a huge disparity between the two?
Yes, yes, big time, big time. And
Okay.
a couple years ago, I was researching how can I start influencing other people? I know I'm living healthy in the way that I can. I know I love to take care of myself, and I know that I would love to extend this to my friends and family and everybody else.
Mhm.
So I came across of health coach that I have not
Okay.
heard that term before, and I started reading about it. I'm like, I told my husband, like, I think I want to become a health coach.
Yes, it's needed. It's definitely needed.
It is. It's a great place to be. And that's how I joined Health Coach Institute, and I graduated, and I later on I earned master degree with them because it's just amazing concept of educating other people. And it's not only about eating organic and healthy, it's about relationship between humans to the food in general, whether it's outside, whether it's inside, how you can grow it, how can you enhance your nutrition by simply start eating more fruits and vegetables, intaking more healthy stuff, and not focusing on just what marketing and society tries to influence us.
Okay. So do you grow also?
I don't grow necessarily right now. I
Mhm.
did confess I just ordered a tower garden, which I'm so excited about it. Yes, I am gonna be trying because I have a black thumb. I only can grow aloe. But I do love the concept of growing tomatoes, which I did few times, and like my son loved it. Just come to the pot and pick it up and eat it from the bush, basically. So I do love this concept of growing myself, and
Mhm.
I'm experimenting it. Yes, I'm excited to see what's gonna come. I'm planning to grow um, lettuce, of course, different types of lettuce, tomatoes, and strawberries. So far, those are my three that I'm gonna concentrate, but we'll see.
Okay, well, I would definitely want to do a follow-up review once you get the tower up and going. It's funny that you would say that because I've been looking at the reviews on it and kind of looking at it. I had gotten a small
Hmm.
hydro grower and started the lettuce and the spinach, and the lettuce it just grows and grows.
Really? Ah,
And out of ignorance, I was like, when I buy it, it's in a ball. It's not making a ball. It's just like a huge bush just growing all over the place. And I was like, it didn't form a ball. Maybe I did something wrong. But
it's still
from the
lettuce.
bush,
It's still there. The
yeah,
nutrition part is still there.
it's so I picked my first pick. My
Hmm.
grandchildren loved it. They said
Hmm.
it didn't taste like from the store. And so I was very just like, yes, this is good. So when
Hmm.
I saw that you were looking to do some podcasts, I said, I
Hmm.
have to have her. Talk to us about female health. What type of diet works well for us as females?
Well, every health, female and male, starts in the gut. Everything comes from the gut. So for everyone, is just the beginning, the root of all the issues, the health problems, the skin problems, the digestion problems. With the female, of course, is the, well, cramps,
Hmm.
monthly cramps, or once we get to the menopausal stage, hormone changes and everything changes. So the root causes, it's still in the gut. So prioritizing no sugar, no gluten, um, sleep, stress level, exercising, it all comes up together to just thrive. Once you start paying attention to your daily routine, it just comes up.
Okay. Now it's very popular. You see everything in tea. Now teas are in
Yeah,
every flavor, elderberry, turmeric, lemon ginger mixtures. It's just tea for everything. But
right.
is tea really the answer?
Tea really helps.
Okay.
First of all, warm food helps the digestive tract. Doesn't matter whether it's a tea or bone broth, chicken broth, beef broth. It
Hmm.
all soothes our digestive system. When we have a monthly visitors and if we have cramps, it is recommended to drink something warm, brothy, to soothe it down. So tea is one of the options. Yes, it's a warm, nice texture that will just nourish the gut from inside. Different teas, of course, you have to look into quality. Not every tea is the same. Organic, if you know where it grows and it comes from, it's even better. So you got to look for this. For example, not to brag, I'm growing lemongrass in my backyard. So if I know that the lemongrass is right there, doesn't have any pesticides, that I know that is a true, real lemongrass, I will prefer to put that in my tea. And it doesn't take much time. I mean, you just take few leaves, you boil it in a small pot, boom, you have some nutritious tea. Ginger, you cannot go wrong with a ginger. I mean, ginger, we know that you cannot fake it in a
Mm-mm.
factory.
Yeah.
So, making ginger tea is one of the simplest and organic and fast tea that you can make that will benefit you on so many levels.
Okay.
So, mint as well. Mint, we know that it grows pretty much easy to grow. So anything that comes to you as simple and excessive to grow, you can make tea out of it. And it's probably going to be the best than you go to the store and try to buy something fancy, sachets tea that you have no idea what they put in that sachet.
Right.
What shrubs they use as the filling. So prioritizing common sense and prioritizing where your food, tea, coming from, it will make make more um, benefits, and it will make you more more accessible just to get access to the simple stuff. The simple the better.
Yes.
Keep it simple, and it will definitely will benefit.
Now, do you plan on introducing any of these products, a line of any of these products going forward, the teas or the mixtures or anything like that to go with your coaching program?
I don't necessarily introduce as my product, but the tip that if you can grow, if you in around my area in Orlando, and if you would love to grow lemongrass, I would happy to share with you roots so you can grow yourself. Aloe, the same. Like if it's something accessible, yes. I'm sure like even if you go to local store,
Mhm.
and I'm talking about like a um what it's called. The word is escaping me. Plant store. You
Mhm.
can probably get a small version of lemongrass, aloe, mint, and you can try to grow it on your own.
Oh,
It's definitely doable.
okay.
But I can recommend in terms what's good, what to look for, what kind of tea to make, how to use it in general. I can definitely give all that advice.
Okay. Now, for those that are looking for a wellness coach, how can they find you to book?
I am on social media. They can find me on Slava Facebook as a health coach. I'm on Instagram, Wellness Coach Slava, or website www.wellnessbyslava.com.
Okay. Okay. And how long are your programs normally? 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10
I
weeks?
have different range of programs. It's all uniquely designed for the person because sometimes it's all get discovered in a discovery call. Basically it is a 15 to 30 minutes discovery call, free of charge. It's just to get to know each other and see what the other person, what my potential client may be looking for, and
Mhm.
depends on that I can offer whether 4 weeks course or 12-week course, or it's just one time session. It's all depends, it's all personal.
Okay. Well, this is good for all of you out there watching who's looking to take your health to the next level. Definitely reach out to Stacy regarding wellness. She has had the opportunity to experience a fresher lifestyle. We do know that here in the United States, a lot of the things we eat are looked down upon in other countries. They don't.
Yeah,
Some of the things are even banned. They're like, no, we're not going to
yeah,
give our people this.
yeah,
We just
that's true.
kind of freestyle. So she
True.
has had the opportunity to live abroad and learn, develop different types of eating habits. Are there a lot of things now that you're here that you find that we freely indulge in that was not necessarily encouraged in the other countries?
Of course, fast food is number one. Because it's convenient and the stores right there. They build those fast food stores in every single corner. So of course, I'd rather save my time and drive through and get some burger and fries that has no nutrition value, but will fill me up until the next meal. So this is one of the biggest ones, of course, that
Oh my goodness. The burgers and fries. Oh, I figured
yes.
they were.
And of course, burgers and fries, they go well together with sugar, with
Mhm,
milkshakes.
mhm.
And that's just another little things that creates bad habits. And then we get accustomed to the Starbucks and going to Dunkin' Donuts and getting sugary drinks because it's convenient. Instead of
Yes.
making coffee at home where you can add more nutrients even by switching sugar,
Mhm.
you will get benefits, the same benefits of drinking homemade coffee, yeah, it's gonna take a little bit extra few minutes to make it, but at least you're not gonna you're gonna save on the money.
Yeah.
daily daily trip to the Dunkin' Donuts adds up in a big you have to have a big pocket to go to buy coffees every day. And many families depends on coffee. Many families, people, particular my clients that I come across, they drink 2 to 3 to 5 cups daily.
Oh,
That's
wow.
a lot of coffee that you can save. That's a lot of money that you can save by simply making a change of brewing your coffee at home.
Exactly.
Switching sugar to a healthy version, boom, you have much healthier, less money drink that you can drink.
Exactly. Now, you're in Orlando. Are there any stores that you've encountered since you've been here in Florida that have a higher inventory of the clean diet types of foods than others?
There are few. There are few. However, from my observation, it is hard to keep up. First of all, the prices there, of course, they're a bit higher than the normal store. So
Mhm,
many people will still opt out to go to the regular store,
mhm.
even because it does hurt the pocket. However, the value that they offer by providing clean, fresh produce is is just life changing. And I do understand that when regular basis we still go to the regular stores because it's convenient, because we know that we can find um, anything, fruits, vegetables, meat, anything we can find in a convenience store,
Yeah,
but the quality is going to be a little bit different.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. And it's almost it's definitely a disadvantage that the cleaner, healthier food is more expensive
yeah,
than the junk food. It
yeah,
almost is like a setup to keep you on a non-healthy
yeah.
regimen.
It's the market's plan. Yes.
Yeah, because if you stay on an unhealthy diet, then you keep going to the doctor because
Exactly.
something keeps acting up, and
Yes,
it's
it's a
just like a vicious
yeah,
cycle.
it's a pharmacy. Yes, it's a pharmaceutical strategy.
Oh
Yes.
goodness. This is terrible.
Yes, it is. It's not funny, but it's true. Yes,
Yes, because that makes it even harder for those with a lower income.
very
So
much.
those with a lower income are least likely to go to the different stores like the Earth Foods and the
Right.
different places like that because they're slightly higher. And
Yeah.
so they're stuck at the Winn-Dixie or the Walmart
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
with even, yeah, that's
Yeah. And the
that.
cycle continues. Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. That's that's a
That is
painful.
unfortunate. Yes.
Yeah, because now if the listeners had anything that you would say cut away from their diet immediately outside of the fast food and the hamburgers, what would that be?
Number one is sugar. Yeah.
Sugar. Okay.
Sugar. It's huge. And we have sugar in everything. Everything.
Mhm.
Condiments, salad dressings, everything has sugar. You go to the restaurant, the sauces, the gravies, everything that
Yeah,
they use has sugar because it tastes
exactly.
good.
Yeah, yeah,
And
e
because our bodies, majority, of course, we are we're so accustomed to the taste, we're so addicted to the sugar, we don't even recognize it. So when we taste something that has less sugar, it doesn't taste good to us. It
mhm,
takes cycle in our body to really get rid of it. The taste buds do change, and it's reversible. However, to get to that point where you taste regular sugar and like oh, it's just too sweet for me. You need to get to that point. It's
Yeah,
doable. It's doable. It's totally healthy and it's totally worth it. It just takes a little bit of self discipline. And
mhm,
of course, number one is desire to get to that state.
exactly. Now, how long would you recommend staying away from the sugar to get to the point where the sugar now becomes noticeable? 30 days, 60 days?
The start is 3 weeks. It's the first level. So we what I do is we do the sugar assessment at the beginning, and then there is 3 weeks to cycle it out. And it includes like you eating less sugar. You like there is a three food category where you are in a high, medium, or low sugar intake, and
Mhm,
then you can gently transfer from the high or the medium, depends where you are, to the low sugar impact. After 3 weeks we can reintroduce it again. You can try you can try to eat donut, you can try to eat something sugary and see how you feel. You will see the difference. And then depends on that, depends where you're stopped at 3 weeks, we continue that cycle in another. It all depends, it's all personal because everybody's going to be on a different journey and different time frame to get to the desired outcome. But it's doable and it just takes three to, it's hard to say. The start point is 3 weeks, and then we go from there to see. Some people will stay there for the rest of their life because they like it to be at that no sugar limit. Some people will adjust it, maybe say, okay, I don't like monk fruit, I need to switch to something different. And that will, the sugar amount will be varies. It will be a little bit different.
mhm.
But overall, yes, limiting sugar as much as possible. That's like number one step.
Okay. Well, I thank you so much for taking the time to come on. I encourage all of you to visit Stacy's social media and to check out her website, to reach out for a wellness check. I have one last question before we call it quits. Newborns, baby food.
Mhm.
What is your recommendation with dietary care for small children?
For newborns, of course, it's all up to the mom to decide. I know from my personal experience, when my son was born, I did not have any milk. So I had to find a person. She was Russian as well. So she was having the same more or less diet as I was having, and she had extra supply. So my son was feeding off her for quite some time until I decided, okay, that was not convenient for me to drive all the way. She lived far. So that was not working out for me. So I switched to the formula. There is really no right or wrong because it's just, it is what it is.
Mhm,
Breast milk, of course, is the best. It's the ones that recommended and is the best you can ever have.
mhm,
But if nature did not play your cards, like in my case, I had to substitute it. So there it is. My son is growing. He's a picky eater now, which is surprise to me. I mean, if I would think with the formula additives and other moms' milk, he would be more open to try new foods. Maybe it's the age, maybe it's his gut. I don't know yet. I'm gonna figure this out a little bit later when he can get to that point in his life. But for kids, it's definitely recommended to have more fruits and vegetables. Of course, we're talking about toddler and up, not the newborns.
mhm,
Fruits and vegetables, the cleaner, the better, in any form that you can get. Pouches, I see on the market, I get them used every time. Now there are reusable pouches, so you can make applesauce puree where you can add a little bit spinach, a little bit kale, a little bit strawberries, and you make it yourself, which is super simple to make. And
yeah,
there you go, you reuse those pouches and kids will never know that it's not store bought. Boom.
exactly.
simple and it doesn't take much time to make it.
Okay. So that is an amazing idea. So, new mothers, you heard it here. Get you some apples and some kale and some strawberries and make your baby a healthy meal so that they don't grow up addicted to the toxins
Yeah,
and toxic food that we have become so accustomed to. Stacy, I thank you so much. We will definitely do a follow-up interview once your tower gets up and
oh, I'm
blossoming
so
so
excited.
we can see how you're doing. Um, I thank you so much for being our guest today.
Thank you. That was my pleasure. Thank
Oh,
you.
you're welcome. Let's see.